What's going on, you guys? This is New York Adventurer 1994 here, and today is Sunday, December 5th, 2021, and I have some great news I want to share with you guys. Look who just won a regular season game today. It's the Detroit Lions. They just recently beat the Minnesota Vikings, one of their division rivals. They just won today, which is a good thing because they get to avoid another winless season. After getting that record-breaking 0-16 record back in 2008. Yeah, that was really bad. I was in second grade when this happened to them. Yeah, the main thing, I know this is a good news video, but here's the main thing I want to go over with you guys. For like several years, for like almost 20, the Lions have had an atrocious history. Yeah. The closest they ever make the playoffs is a second place team. But for the last several years after making the 2017 playoffs, which was the 2016 season, they've been, ever since that elimination in 2017 playoffs from the 2016 season, they still have been having a lot of problems winning games. That's still a problem they're facing today. I mean, with a very close loss and a very close win like that, there's something that's still not right with Detroit. It's really hard to see them in the playoffs. It really is. This is really serious for them, and their rebuild, in my opinion, looks far from over. Their rebuild's not really going to end anytime soon. That's just my opinion. Yeah, for the last several years, they just have a lot of problems winning games. I see too much of that with them. Yeah, they have so many years of them falling into last place and finishing there. They could never get past any of these three. Even if Chicago looks bad too, I mean, they've been having some problems, but they're starting to get better a little bit. But Detroit's the worst when it comes to this division. Yeah, the records they've been having for like the last 4 years recently, they're still not good. 2017 saw a little light in them, but not really. They didn't make the playoffs that year. Yeah, the Lions have a very troubling history for the last 20 years. And it continues to grow. They're not finished with a rebuild. Come on, guys. Does this look like a finished rebuild? No. Back in 2008, they had that 0-16 record, which was record-breaking because this was the very first team to become 0-16. to lose all 16 games, which was back in 2008. This happened when I was in second grade. It was really bad. And then the following year, in 2009, they lost almost everything again. But this time, they did win 2 games. They were 2-14 the following year. And they didn't make the playoffs till like 2011. And then another 5 years passed and they made the playoffs in 2016. You know how hard it is to see them in the playoffs? And then, on the other hand, we used to have the Cleveland Browns that had problems winning. And they still have a bit of that problem, but it's getting better for them. It's not for Detroit. The Browns are trying to improve, don't get me wrong. They made the playoffs last year, 3 years after being 0-16. They were in the Lions' footsteps. They really are. They were the second team to become 0-16 back in 2017. I was in 11th grade by now. They even had an 0-16 parade in the first weekend of 2018. Yeah, both of these teams, the Lions and the Browns, they both share the same footsteps, like 9 years apart from each other. Yeah, it wasn't good. The Lions went 0-16 and they went to the Browns 0-16 parade in the first weekend of 2018. That was 2 days we had that blizzard bomb cyclone for the Northeast. Yeah, the Lions wanted to console the Browns after what happened. Oh yeah, it's not just the Browns and Lions. There were other teams that were on the verge of 0-16 after that. We had the 2019 Cincinnati Bengals who lost like the first 10 or 11 of their games, and they won 2 of them last minute in December. And then we had the 2020 Jets who did the same thing. And we had the 1-15 Jacksonville Jaguars who made it the other way around, because the Jaguars in 2020 won only 1 game and lost the other few. And lost the remainder of their last 15 games. I think this happened with the 2001 Panthers. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. This team almost went 0-16 and won if it wasn't for today. I mean, they did have a tie, but that's not good enough. If they didn't get that tie and didn't get that win, they lost everything else, they'd be 0-17. Well, no 0-16, thank goodness. Oh, and with the 2019 Bengals and the 2020 Jets, it was really easy for those two teams to be 0-16. Yeah, that could have easily happened with the Bengals and the Jets in 2019 and 2020. An 0-16 record, because they looked so bad in the first 10 or 11 games. Yeah, that could have easily happened. It wasn't imminent. It's what was. It's what could have happened. You can't really rule out a team being 0-16, but it's not like it's gonna be imminent. It's what could happen. Once again, that could have easily happened with the 2019 Bengals and the 2020 New York Jets. But not the Jaguars because they only won their first week. Yeah, a lot of teams need help right now. Even my team, the Giants, need help. Yeah, I'm not a Lions fan, so this doesn't concern me that much. It's just that I want to make this video because they have had a bad history. And yeah, with that record, 110-1, there's no way that their rebuild's ending anytime soon. There's no end in sight, guys. You gotta keep that with a grain of salt. Their rebuild doesn't look anywhere near finished. Hopefully it changes one day. But I see no end in sight for their rebuild. They went 0-16 in 2008 and they still have a lot of problems winning games. And they're definitely going to win the first overall pick because everyone else is ahead of them. This team is definitely a no-show in the playoffs. I'm definitely not ruling out any playoffs. I mean, what are you to say that? I mean, look at that record right there. But once again, there might be a surprise next year. Who knows? They might start winning next year. Only time will tell. I can't rule out anything. All I know is that the Lions have had a bad history. And they hardly make the playoffs. Oh, it's also the same with the Oakland Raiders, too. But they're starting to get better a little bit. So, I guess that's it. Bye.